Watch out!
You gotta be really careful about the waves here. There's some really nasty waves coming in. Big one, big one, big one, big one, big one. It's pulling me out.
My name is Cyril Chauquet, and I'm on a deserted island off the Pacific coast of Panama, looking for a denton, a giant-sized predator armed with serious canines. But fishing here is really tricky, and the worst part is that my crew and I are stranded here for days, without any food.
I don't even know if I can catch fish. I mean, if I can't catch a fish, we're screwed.
We're gonna have to survive
Scorpion.
in this hostile environment.
A bug just bit me really bad.
Does it hurt?
Yeah.
I'm just scared it's poisonous.
Finding fresh water and food is gonna be a real struggle. Man.
Oh, here we go. This one.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh! And even if I do find what we need for survival and manage to find this monster, I'll still have to land the beast.
Come on!
Ouch!
I'm headed to some remote islands just outside the Gulf of Cherokee, where I heard stories of monster denton, huge fish. But the only thing is I was really hoping to get there before dark, so I could set up my camp with some daylight. But clearly, it's not gonna happen. Look, it's pitch black already.
We're headed for a deserted island, 40 nautical miles off the west coast of Panama, in Central America. According to the locals, this island is the ideal place for monster dentons. These local fishermen agreed to drop me off on the island before heading to their night fishing spots. They'll come back to pick me up in 4 days, which should leave me just enough time to catch the monster I'm after.
¿Tú te puedes acercar un poquito más de la playa?
No, porque las olas están muy grandes.
Sí, ¿eh?
Sí.
Man, we can't get any closer to the beach because there's some bad waves. It could be a really big wave.
The shoreline is only about 300 feet away. Maybe I could swim there.
Me puedo tirar al agua, pero
Además hay tiburones.
hay tiburones, ¿eh?
Sí. Hay tiburón, toro, todo, tigres.
¿Serio?
Hay martillos.
Vosotros se bañan aquí, ¿no?
Sí, aunque pudiera.
Okay. I'm gonna have to swim with sharks at night. And when the locals tell you not to swim in these waters, don't swim in these waters. They know what they're talking about.
Oh, look over there. Shark! Shark!
Oh, amigo.
I've swum with sharks plenty of times before. They are more active at night, but if we're not in the water too long,
All right, bud.
we should be fine.
You know what's next, right?
It's like we're going in the water.
That's right.
It's risky, but it's the only way onto the island.
All right, you ready for this?
Ready.
The captain will bring the boat as close as possible to shore.
Okay.
Then, we'll only have a few seconds to jump out before he heads back out to sea.
All right, man. Yeah. Aquí, okay, está bien.
You good?
Swim, man. Yeah, good.
Stick around too long in this water.
Is she all right?
Good.
Good? All right?
I'm good. A little tired, but I'm good. What about you?
I'm all right. We made it alive. What a great start. What a start. What a way to start a trip. Oh, we made it, man. This is it. Woo. This is starting already.
In hot and humid climates, mosquitoes are a major health risk.
It's bad, man. It's super bad. We gotta move fast now.
On top of eating you alive, they can transmit serious tropical diseases like dengue fever or malaria.
Priority is gonna be to find a place where I can set up the hammock, and then I'm gonna start a fire to get some smoke going to repel the bugs as much as possible, because we're gonna get devoured. I didn't think it was gonna be this thick. No. You see where you have to be careful around here? Check this out. Scorpion.
There are around 25 types of scorpions in the world that have venom strong enough to kill a person. I'm not sure about this one, but I know its sting can really hurt and could be deadly for someone who's allergic. Oh, what's that? Look over there. There, yeah. Is it a rat? Can't be any rats here.
I think it's an agouti. It's a little rodent. Through here is good. Okay.
Looks like I found a couple of trees that are spaced far enough apart to hang my hammock.
Perfect.
The priority now is to make a fire to keep the mosquitoes and no-see-ums at bay. And for that, there's nothing like dry coconut husk because it burns slowly and makes a lot of smoke.
I need some smoke. I don't care about fire. I just want smoke, so I can get rid of the bugs. It's so thick with bugs right now. Problem is that it's wet. You know, the coconut is really wet. Everything's wet.
Well, I wanted smoke. I got smoke.
Oh, man.
Now, we can finally hang our hammocks and get some rest.
Woo! 5-star.
A good night's sleep, protected from mosquitoes. And tomorrow, we begin the search for a giant denton. We wake on a beautiful deserted island, carpeted by thick, lush jungle. The shoreline changes dramatically with the tides, and it's mostly made up of jagged rocks, relentlessly pounded by waves. But before I head out to find the giant denton, my crew and I have a more pressing issue to deal with.
I'll tell you something really interesting that happened last night.
You see this case here? It's a dry case. That's where we put the electronic equipment and to keep it dry. And you know, it was really wavy. It was dark. I have to agree. But you know, the thing is that there was some room in it for food, for a bag of food. And when we jumped in the water, Jesse forgot to put the food in the case. So now guess what? We have no food. No food at all.
But one thing to forget, one thing to miss, you know, the food.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
I wish it was like anything else.
Don't worry about it, man.
I feel so bad.
Yeah, seriously, don't. It was chaos on that boat. It was total chaos. That's it. What about you go at least get us some coconuts, and I'm going fishing in the meantime.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds fair.
Just get us as many as you possibly can, man. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll eat them, because that's, I don't even know if I can catch fish. I mean, who knows? If I can't catch a fish, we're screwed. I mean, I'm sure there's food like shells. Gotta be animals in this jungle, so figure it out. We'll figure it out.
The fishermen won't be back to get us for another 4 days, so we're gonna have to find a way to survive. We have satellite phones in case of a serious accident, but right now, our main concern is to find fresh drinking water.
Okay, they'll keep going for a while.
My crew and I have no food. We have to survive for 4 days on this remote, deserted island. We have coconuts, which provide some food and hydration. But being high up in the trees, they're dangerous to get. So we need to find a source of fresh water.
Oh. Looks like there's water there. Yep, there's a creek. Yep, there's water.
It's not much, but it's perfect. Because this island is quite steep and the forest humid and dense, this slow creek will keep providing fresh water. To be safe, we'll boil it to purify it. Now, I have to find some food, and for me, that means fish. There's some really high tides here, which make fishing from shore very difficult. I need to catch a fish to feed my crew and I, and with some luck, I might get the huge denton I'm after, which is a delicious fish to eat.
You see, denton are reef fish. They love rocks, reef. Crevices like this is a perfect spot. You know, that's where they hunt, that's where they hide. And eventually this whole spot here will be covered with water, with the tide. But right now I want to try to fish as far as possible, you know, to the edge of the rocks where it drops into deep water. Trying to stay as safe as possible because there's a lot of waves there. And big waves. Man, it's a beautiful place here.
From here, I can cast into deeper water. But landing a fish from the top of these rocks will be very tough and super dangerous.
Oh, here we go. Trevallies. Look, they're chasing. Come on, fish, take it. Yeah. Ah. Oh, look, there's another one there, chasing. Take it. Yeah, here we go. Ah. It's a good sized fish.
This trevally will provide the protein that my crew and I need.
Ah. Come on, fish. Coming. No, he's going to the rocks there. He's going to the rocks. No, don't go there, fish. No! Ah! I lost this fish right here. Got off.
Big trevally too. Oh man.
At least there's good news. There are fish on the hunt here. The sun is beating down on the scorching hot rocks, with no shade to hide in. After an hour of hard work with nothing to show for it, I have to stop. I can't exhaust myself out here in the baking sun, especially on an empty stomach. I might have to find another source of protein. But for now, let's see what Jesse got us.
Where we going? Oh, coconut. There you go.
Perfect.
Good job.
Here you go.
Good job. Oh man, that's gonna be so nice. Good job, man.
When you did it, it's perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Good job. Good job. You're making up for your
It's a start.
your forgotten bag. But don't feel bad, man. Seriously, like it could have happened to me.
I still feel bad because it happened to me, you know?
No.
And, I mean, we can't just be eating coconut for the whole time we're here.
No, you can go a long way with coconuts, but not enough for sure. We're gonna start getting tired.
Exactly.
So.
We really need some protein. But thankfully, coconut meat is fatty and full of sugars.
Did you get any fish?
No, I promise that. They're fish for sure. They're good spots. I can see them from the shore, but they're way out. You know, like there's some rocks, outer rocks, that I could. If I can get to those rocks, then I can cast into deep water. But the problem is sharks, man. Sharks and currents, bad currents. I'm really tempted though to swim out to those rocks. But if you guys want to get the footage, you're gonna have to swim with me though. So do we want to risk that? I'm not sure. We're all gonna die because of you, Jess.
It's really hard to fish with a rod and reel here, and I can feel my energy starting to drop. But I have an idea.
I'm gonna go see what I can find from the rocks with the harpoon, but I'm not going in the water, no way. Between the sharks, the current, and the big waves. Plus, I know myself, you know, as soon as I get in the water, I'll want to go further and deeper and deeper, and I don't have a good feeling about it. Plus, you know, in a spot like this, it's so isolated that anything happens, bad news.
The harpoon, or pole spear, is a tool I've used in the past to catch bait. It works on a simple principle. There's a powerful elastic attached to the shaft, and when I let it go, but today, I'm not after bait. I'm after a meal. The water's too rough to get in. It's a long shot, but I should be able to reach the fish from the rocks.
Need a bit of sun here.
That's good. It's coming out again.
This is an alright spot, but that rock there would be better, you know. I'd want to go there, and potentially even those rocks there, the deeper rocks, you know. I think it's a pretty safe swim there. It's pretty shallow, so in terms of sharks, it should be fine, but you know, the problem is that when you spend a lot of energy like that, it's versus what you might get as energy from a fish or a prey in general. I don't think it's worth it. So what I'll do is I'll stick around here and wait for the fish to pass by.
Oh, here we go. This one. You see it? You see it? Right there, right there. Don't move, don't move. Be quiet, quiet. Yeah. Yep. Woohoo! Oh!
Ah, man! Got off!
Man!
That was beautiful bluefin trevally. I don't know what happened. It's pretty sharp. I don't know how it came up. Oh.
I continue to explore the shoreline of this island, looking for anything that might be edible. Even in such remote places, we still find plastic garbage. But I'm gonna keep this bottle, because I can use it to bring fresh water back to camp. I can tell you that just a few hours ago, I wouldn't have risked getting pounded here by big waves. But hunger is a real motivator, and if I can catch enough of these crabs, we could make a meal out of them.
You gotta be really careful about the waves here. There's some really nasty waves coming in every now and then. You know, the thing is that the crabs, they live in the wet part of the rocks, so that's where you find them. You kind of have to be here. Watch out!
Suddenly, we get hit by a big set of waves, and things get super intense.
Big one. It's pulling me out.
I fight against the undertow, and barely manage to hang on. The waves here are too dangerous. I can't stay in the water. But before I get out, I gotta catch at least one of these crabs to use as bait. It would take dozens of crabs like this one to satisfy our hunger. So I go to plan B. I make a hand line with some stout monofilament so it doesn't get cut off on the rocks.
Makeshift sinker.
And the plastic bottle comes in handy to wrap my line around.
I'm gonna try fishing in the rocks around here. I'd like to go out further, but look, I mean, look at the big waves that are crashing into the rocks. It's too risky, way too risky. Look at that one there. Look at that big wave that's coming in. Look at that. That's a monster. I don't want to get caught by that. Made myself a little hand line here. Hopefully, it'll do just the trick. Oh, bite, bite. Good. Here we go. It's a triggerfish. Might not be the best fish to eat, but it doesn't matter. It's food. Yes. Yes. Triggerfish. Beautiful triggerfish. Look at the colors on this fish. Nice. You gotta be careful with this fish because I heard stories of guys that lost a piece of a finger with this fish. Look at the teeth they have. You see, this fish is called a triggerfish, and that's because of this bone here that erects itself when the fish is in a distressed situation. Like, for example, a predator attacks it, it gets into a hole, deploys its bone here, erects its bone in a vertical position. That way the fish is locked. The triggerfish is locked in a hole, and the predator can't take it out of the hole, can't pull it out. But the thing is, what's interesting is that this mechanism here makes it that this bone is totally locked in position. You can't move it. You see, I can't just get it down. And if you want to get it down, you see that little guy here, you just press on it and boom, it goes down, boom. But if I try to do it with this main bone here, it doesn't go anywhere. Boom. Really interesting.
Finally, we'll be able to eat. The guys are gonna be so relieved. As far as I know, reef fish in this part of Panama don't contain ciguat toxins, but you can never be sure. So I carry out a little test to make sure it's safe to eat.
I've been waiting for about an hour now and I don't see a single ant on this fish. And there's tons of ants all over the place here on the ground. I see them everywhere, but they're not touching this fish. And that makes me a little paranoid now because in the Caribbean, I spend a lot of time there fishing, and the locals, what they do, when they catch a reef fish, they put it on the ground. Not everybody, but some people that I know, they put the fish on the ground, and if the ants come on the fish, it's good to eat. If the ants don't come on the fish, then stay away from it. You might have ciguatera poisoning. And right now, I don't see a single ant on this fish.
Reef fish can bioaccumulate ciguat toxin, a neurotoxin that can be deadly if ingested in sufficient amounts.
I just don't know, like it's not a really good fish to eat in the first place, but at this point I would eat it, but I'm paranoid now. So I just don't know.
We can't risk eating this fish. I think it's too small to contain enough toxins to kill us, but it might make us sick. That means going to bed with an empty stomach. Day 2, and we still haven't found any real food. At least, the tide is low, and I can get to the outer rocks. So with a little luck, I should be able to find us something to eat. I came here to catch a giant denton.
It'd be better and easier with a little bit of food in my belly right now.
But at this point, any fish will do. Finding enough food to survive is the priority.
Oh man, that was a big denton. Don't cough.
It's gonna be really hard to land a fish without breaking my line on the rocks here. So to improve my odds, I tie on a longer, stouter, 200-pound leader.
Pretty good spot there. You see the reef? There's a ledge. It drops into deep water. And what the fish do usually is they go along that edge. It's rocky. It's a nice reef, but the angle's terrible. Or the other option is I go down there, but it's really risky because there's some really big rollers rolling onto the reef there.
It's dangerous, but it's the only way I can catch some food.
Just making sure there's not a big set of waves coming in. Okay, time to go. Really playing with fire fishing from here, but it's a good spot. It's the best I've found so far.
The angle here is much better for making the lure pop. And hopefully, trigger an attack.
Yep. Here we go. Told you it's a good spot. Damn. The problem is that it break me right off on the ledge. You know, like there's too many rocks there.
All this casting has made me exhausted and even more hungry. I really have to find another solution. While heading back to shore, I saw something that could help our hunger.
Look, that's what I'm looking for here. There you go. See? Beautiful.
I hope these limpets are edible, because if they are, we might have a solution to our problem.
Remove the black stuff, the organs here. And that leaves you with the muscle. It's just the muscle. This is beautiful. I wouldn't eat them raw, but cooked should be all right.
On my way back to camp, I take a shortcut through a section of forest that I haven't explored yet.
Oh, my God, look at this. See, I'm on an island in the middle, a remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And look, that pisses me off when I see this. Because I see it everywhere. This is what happens to our world. This is what we're doing to our world. This is the plastic that gets washed onto the beaches everywhere, every single island, every single place in the world, even the most remote places like here. Pisses me off, man. Look, it's a dumpster. And those bottles, they float. That's why they get washed to the shore. But think about all the plastic that sinks. Most of the plastic sinks to the bottom of the ocean. So what you're seeing here is just a little percentage of what's out there. Because the ocean floor is polluted with plastic, all sorts of plastic, and we're all responsible, you know? It's not just, you know, like local plastic. Those bottles might have floated from pretty much all corners of the planet. At the end of the day, you know, you're gonna eat that, you know? Like, we're all eating this plastic eventually because the salt, the sun, the wave movement eventually is gonna break it down. But it's not gonna disappear. It's gonna be in the system. It's just in tiny, tiny little particles that the small organisms will eat. And eventually those small organisms will get eaten by small fish, and the small fish will get eaten by the bigger fish. And you know what? It's gonna end up on your plane, in your system. You're gonna eat this plastic eventually. And there's not much we can do, you know? We just gotta stop consuming plastic altogether. That's the only thing we can do. Pisses me off. Pisses me off.
To get back to camp, I follow the shoreline. But the tide is so high, there's barely any beach left. And I'm still thinking about all the plastic garbage I saw.
Close call. You gotta be careful.
It just goes to show that you always have to keep your head on the swivel out here. I don't think these shells are toxic, but I'm still gonna make sure they're well cooked. And before my crew eats them, I'm gonna test them myself.
It might stick to the pen a little bit. I don't even have oil. Oh my God.
They might not look super tasty, but if they don't make me sick, At least we'll know we can survive on them for a few days.
You gotta eat it fast. Don't think about it too much.
I hear something. There's something out there. I hear noises in the jungle as if it's a little animal running on the ground.
Might be an agouti.
Agoutis are rodents that can weigh up to 7 pounds. Because it can't be, it's not a big animal. I hear little steps. I'm sure it's an agouti, and from what I hear, it's edible. Guys, I think I have an idea. Day 3. I'm really not feeling the shells. They give me stomach cramps during the night. So we won't risk them. It could be deadly if we get sick out here. Aside from some coconuts, my team and I haven't had any real protein since we got here. We won't get picked up from this island for another 2 days, so I have to find real food, one way or another.
Check this out. That's where the agoutis live. You see? They bore through into the ground like this, and they come out to feed.
I'm not a hunter, but at this point, I don't have a choice. It's really a question of survival. I heard agoutis last night, and if I can get one, its meat should give us the energy we need to survive. My harpoon is meant for catching fish on the water, but it's the only hunting tool I have, so I'm gonna use it as a spear.
Stop moving. Guys, Jess. Sorry, there's a bug that just bit me really bad.
What?
A bug just bit me really bad.
Really?
Yeah, but it's okay. It was in my...
It's inside your...
Yeah, it bit me twice, like it was inside my shirt. I killed it. I'm just scared it's poisonous, but I think I'm good.
Here, Jesse, I'll give you a hand. Out here, an insect bite could transmit a deadly disease, or even cause a major allergic reaction. And in our present situation, we need to take it very seriously.
You all right? Your hand? Any numbness in the hand?
No, I didn't get bitten. I just got bit here.
But you said in the arm, right?
Yeah, here. No, on the top of the shoulder. You see that?
Yeah.
And then right here on top of the shoulder.
But do you feel any numbness in the...
No. He just bit me here, and then I hit it, and then he went all the way up my shirt and bit me again. Oh, but it hurts. Like, it hurts more than a bee sting. Like, my arm, I still feel it.
If it keeps burning, you know, I'll give you a shot.
Jesse's not looking too good,
Show me your shoulder.
but I don't think it's from the venom. He just doesn't know what bit him.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a spider.
Is it?
Does it hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts and it throbs.
Just to be safe, we're gonna wait it out for a few minutes to give Jesse a chance to recover.
Do you want to go back to the camp?
No.
You want to lay down here, or you good?
Yeah.
Tough, man. You're really tough, man.
Anyways, now it's a little better. I mean, just, you never know what's gonna bite you in the jungle, so you automatically get a little worried, you know?
Yeah.
No, let's go.
All right.
I'm good.
Let's keep. So anyway, yeah. The only thing I'm telling you guys, you know, is try to be as stealthy as possible, okay?
Yep.
You know, like, because otherwise, you know, we're not gonna eat. It's just as simple as that.
Oh.
Unless you want to eat some spiders. There's plenty of those.
I kind of want revenge.
We can make a spider salad.
Cook the whole family.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I got you. No sound.
All right.
I think I hear one. Be quiet, guys. Okay, I just saw it.
Over there. Just behind that tree. Make sure you don't step on the leaves. Just step on the roots. as much as possible. Those things are fast. Missed him.
Just as I was about to strike, I stepped on a twig, and the agouti heard it.
Damn it. Damn it. I was close. I was pretty close to it. I can't just keep chasing them. They hear me. I make too much noise. Plus, look on the ground, you know, like you see those leaves? They make so much noise. As soon as I step on one of those leaves, they boom. They take off right away. They spook and they're gone. The only way for me to get one is to hide, find a spot where I can hide and wait for them to come to me.
I think the best strategy is to hide behind a tree near the rodent's den. It has to come out eventually.
Zero energy. I'm running on fumes right now. So is my crew. That's when you realize that hunger just kills you. Oh, and I'm so hot right now too.
That's exactly the noise I was waiting to hear. The agouti came out. It looks like it's digging something out of the ground. I really can't afford to miss. We need to eat.
Yeah, got it, guys, got it. Oh. Man, I hate that. Survival. I had to do it. A lot of effort for a meal, but there's lots of protein in there. I can tell you that. Actually, thank you, nature. Thank you, agouti. Man, I'm so hungry. I just want to bite right in it. Looks pretty good. Looks delicious, actually.
While it finishes cooking, I make a plate out of a palm leaf.
Man, it looks so good. Come on, guys. It might be a rodent, but I'm telling you, it's no rat. Oh, look at that. Guys, Jess.
Thank you.
No, I see you salivating there. Drooling. No, seriously. Tastes like chicken. I think we can get a couple of meals out of this. We're gonna keep some, so we can last a couple of days. Oh, Chris, you have no idea what you're missing.
Thanks.
Even the skin is good. It's thick. Look. But it's perfect.
We're doing much better. We filled up on protein, and that means energy. Now, it's time for the monster denton I came here for.
Oh, look at this spot here. Look at that. Look at the size of those rocks. Massive rocks. And look, they're all over the place there. I can see them just underneath the surface there. You see one there? And this one poking out. That means it's dotted with rocks underneath the surface there. And look at those crevices. Plenty of crevices that a monster could come out of. I gotta be really careful fishing from these rocks here, because I'm telling you, dude, these fish are so powerful. When the attack is so violent, they pull so much, it's just unreal. I'm telling you, they can literally rip me right out of those rocks into here. You see those boulders here? You don't want to fall on that. You can definitely break a leg if you fall down there. Plus, if you break a leg, then boom, you get nailed by this. A series of waves. That's fun. Not fun at all. That's why I make sure to have a firm footing and a wide stance, so that I'm ready for the impact. Big fish, big fish. Monster hit. Huge hit.
I've got to pull really hard before the fish gets a chance to get into a hole and break me off.
Slippery.
Come on!
I'm gaining. He's out of the rocks. He's coming up.
Oh yeah, here it is! Here it is! Check this out! Look at the size of this denton! Yes! Unreal! I mean, this in Spanish, this fish is called denton, which literally means big teeth. I think it's pretty obvious why.
Good fish, you're going high. Grab my head. Gotcha.